Everybody, today I'm gonna talk about our solar system and Milky Way. At first, about the solar system. As you well know, the sensations, the sun, and the bodies of orbit. Let me ask you guys, what are these bodies? Things orbiting include planets and moons and asteroids and some comets too. Yeah, if you add meteoroids, the rest of this body will be complete. This list used to include 9 planets and 61 moons and asteroids, comets, and meteoroids. But just a month later, on August 24th, the International Astronomical Union passed a new definition of planets that Pluto is a new category of dwarf planet. So and during planet, besides of this, the solar system contains interplanetary gas and dust as well. The planets of our solar system are different from each other. For example, Mercury, closest to the Sun, has a surface of 400 degrees Celsius, while Neptune weighs 2,000 kilometers or 1,200 miles an hour. On Neptune, the mean cloud temperature reaches a low -100. Pluto, now called dwarf, which is 3.56 from the Sun. That is 40 times the distance Earth and Sun. The temperature of which is low, about -230 degrees Celsius. Also, all the planets, only 5 are visual and added light to see Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. The furthest three, a telescope is needed. The same is true of the ring of Saturn with the asteroids and minor planets that orbit the Sun by the thousands. The planets are following two groups: four small rocky planets near the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, and 4 planets further out are so-called gas giants: Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Between the rocky planet and the gas giant is the asteroid belt, which contains thousands of chunks of rocks orbiting around the Sun. And Pluto is a very small-celled ice sheet and instead it has a filtering, so to speak. And what I mean is, if you newspaper or science magazine, it's a Pluto small size, ice sheet composition, and electrical orbit has some asteroid to develop its classification as a planet. Some are all sort of out of it. Those types of real, Pluto should be called as asteroids or comets because the reason to be because several other icy bodies have recently found in the orbit of Neptune. Anyway, Pluto should almost so, except one precisely inside Neptune's orbit. Most of the body of the solar system move around the Sun, and elliptical orbit located in the same disk in the Sun's equator, all Sun in the same direction. Counterclockwise and the view from the Earth, and all about Venus and Uranus and Pluto also spin their axes in this direction. Moons also spin as they in turn orbit their planets. This entire solar system orbits the center of the galaxy is the Milky Way, which is today's second topic. The Milky Way is a name given to the faint band of light that stretches across the night sky. This light comes from the stars and nebulae and clouds of dust and gas and of our galaxy, known neither as the Milky Way galaxy or simply as the galaxy. By the way, does anyone know how many stars are there in the galaxy? A lot, several billion? You're right, there are a lot. And nobody knows exactly how much. The number that has been estimated to be between 200 billion and 400 billion. The galaxy itself is spiral with dense central balls in the center of her arms spirally outward and surrounded by a less dense halo. The Milky Way is actually the prime disk of the galaxy. Our Sun is one rather faint example of the zillions of stars that make up our galaxy. The Sun and this are 2,000 from its center in the right. So when we look at a plane of disk, we see the Milky Way, while looking another direction that is out of the plane, we see far fewer stars. Because our solar system is in a one of the spiral arms, the Orion arm from our position, the center of the galaxy is completely obscured by dust clouds. As a result, optical maps give only a limited view of the galaxy. However, more complete picture can be obtained by studying radio, infrared, or other radio. According to radio analysis and the recent nuclear property of the galaxy, the galaxy's central bulge has a relatively small dense sphere that contains many older red and older stars. The halo of the residence region of the stars was situated. Some of these stars may be as old as the galaxy itself. The spiral arm then had young blue stars, as well as the nebula inside of its stars were born. The young stars span age range between 1 million and 10 billion years. There's also growing evidence for a very massive black hole at the center of the bulge. The galaxy is vast, about 100,000 light years across. A light year about 5,879 billion miles. In comparison, the solar system seems tiny at about 20 of that plus, which is still about a whopping 8 billion miles. As a guide to the relative physical scale, the area that the solar system would mere 1 inch in width. The entire galaxy is also rotating around the center of space, although in the stars that travel those further out. The Sun, which is, as I said, about 2,000 out from the Earth, completes one lap of the galaxy about every 220 million years, which means it rotates at the speed of 2 km per second, or 800,000 km per hour.